Welcome to No Scripts Required. No Scripts Required. A podcast with real conversations, zero rehearsals, and absolutely no scripts. And now, here are your hosts.
All right, good evening, and welcome to No Scripts Required here on Friday, June 27th. There we are. We're back for another live show. Sorry, I'm just a little wiped out. This has just been one of those freaking just weeks.
Dude, it's been a rough week all around.
Yeah, I mean, we were complaining about the heat, the rain, and now it's the heat. And I was outside. We had three baseball games in a row. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I also cut my grass. We got home late. We got home yesterday. Last night we had to go out to Lorraine for our game, and we got home, ate dinner, and I don't know what it was. Dustin and I were talking about it before you got on, Jesse. About I had B-dubs last night, and he had B-dubs tonight, and I was like, yeah, 'cause I got on, and he's like, oh, there you go, because usually I'm here by 7:30, and I didn't get in, log into or show up until like almost 10 till or quarter till. And I'm like, man, I'm like, I was in the bathroom. He's like, oh, if I have to leave, then, Dave mentioned B-dubs. I'm like, that's what we had last night. I don't know what it was, but my stomach.
Yeah, dude, we got like halfway home from the restaurant, and I was just like, oh no, it's calling.
Yeah, it was.
My B-dub threes is walking distance, so I have no issues if I go there and have to go to the bathroom fast. I can just run home.
Oh, I picked it up. I ordered it and then went and got it and brought it home. We ate dinner. This was last night, not tonight. I think we had pizza, but last night I just was like, Dimitri wanted B-dubs, and I said, yeah, we could do it Thursday night. So I got it last night, and it was good, but I'm just like, well, my stomach's not liking me.
Oh yeah, it was good. I mean, it's always good.
Yeah, I was like,
but this is the first time. I'm assuming because it was so hot all week, and I usually don't eat much when it's hot.
Yeah.
I just don't get hungry, and it's probably because I'm drinking nonstop. But man, I ate those wings tonight, and it was just got like halfway home, and my stomach was singing the song of their people, and
yeah, it was just a rough.
I played a nice acoustic concert in the bathroom.
Rev said poop the pooper.
That's fine.
Pastor Jennings likes pooping.
Oh, good job, Pastor.
Yeah. And Al Jennings.
It was unfortunately it was one smell more like three poops.
It was
three poops.
Yeah, it's been brutal. I mean, it's just been so I'm like, then of course I didn't sleep much. I woke up for some reason. I went to bed. I felt around like 11, and then I fell asleep around 12, and I woke up around 3 for some reason. I could not sleep, and then I got something to drink and went back and laid down, and I put the TV on. I think I was up till like 4:30, and I finally fell back to sleep, and then I got up this morning, and I actually slept until 7. I'm like, that's usually when I log in for work, so I just got up and logged in and whatever. But I was dragging today, so it's been a
11:30.
You off today?
I took a mental day. Too many people dying lately, so break.
Who else died?
Patients.
Oh, Patience. I thought there was somebody. I'm like, did I miss somebody who died?
No. Patients at work died.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then out of the blue today, I get a phone call from my nephew in Florida, my oldest nephew, just out of the blue, and I'm like, hey, and he's like, yeah, I just wanted to. Do you have time to talk? And I'm like, of course. I guess he and his girlfriend broke up.
Oh, that sucks.
They've been together for 5+ years, and so we talked about everything, and sounds like he's going to be moving up here now. He's like, the only thing that was keeping him down there was her, and so we talked, and so we'll see how that goes. He said, I called my parents to see if they knew, and they were like, oh yeah, I guess either my niece or his sister had called them to wish my mom happy birthday today, and told them what happened. So they already knew, but then I told them about our conversation, and my mom says, will you tell him that we want him to come stay with us. And so I texted him that, and
good,
he
good.
sent back a big heart emoji. So he's 27 now. He was working for his girlfriend's dad, so of course he lost his job.
Yep.
And it wasn't a bad breakup. It was one of those situations where
Wait a second, is this a wrongful termination situation?
no.
Can you stick it to her one more time on the way out?
That I didn't ask, but he just said they kind of both woke up one morning and they both realized that they wanted different things, and they realized that it was time. But there's a whole lot more to it. I'm not going to get into the whole situation, so nothing bad. And he said it wasn't like ugly. They weren't yelling and screaming. They weren't mad. It was just like he realized it, and they both just talked and said, "Yep, it's probably best." And they have their lease is up on the house that they were renting end of next month. He's staying with his stepdad. I don't know if he's called stepdad, but whatever. He's staying with somebody else, not his mom. Thank God.
Good.
So he's staying with somebody right now, and then he's gonna try to. I had told him he should come up here like early just to get away from everything, but he said he couldn't do it until next week anyway. They're supposed to get together Monday, and go over everything at the house, get the big stuff out, and then I think that I looked at for plane tickets. I told him I'd buy his plane ticket for him, and the 100 during the week it's like $400, and then I'm like, fuck that for a one-way ticket from Sarasota. So then I saw that on the 4th of July of all days, it's $124. So I said, I can get you up on the 4th of July if you want to come up. And he's like, I'll let you know Monday. I'll text you. I'll call you. So we'll see.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice to have him in town again.
Well, I told him to come up. Just we'll do a one-way ticket, and then he can stay for a week, stay for 2 weeks, and then he can go back and then finish everything with the lease being out, get his deposit back, and then he can fly back up here with all his rest of his stuff, and he can start looking for a job. He says he wants to get back at either serving or bartending, and he says, I'm like, well, there's a shit ton of jobs open up here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'll be easy to find.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody wants to work, so there's all kinds of it. Al Jennings says he has mud butt all day.
Yeah.
So, for that. Well, Reb says he three poop today.
Played a sound like 3 poops.
Yeah.
Solid day.
Holiday. Anyway, so what have you guys been up to? That's how we're talking about.
Just trying to avoid being outside, going to work, coming home, and just chilling out because it was so hot and humid. It was crappy out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. I cut my grass on Wednesday. Dang it.
I haven't done any of that stuff. I'm going to need to cut mine tomorrow.
Damn it. Yeah. It wasn't too bad. I did it Wednesday at like lunchtime, and mine wasn't too long. My backyard was worse than my front yard, and I had cut my backyard before all this like rain hit and before. So I was like, yep, got to cut. And so then we had to go to the big baseball, which in a way I'm kind of glad. The season's almost over. We have a game Sunday, and then we have a tournament next week, and then we're done. And I think this team is going to be done. So we got to find my son. We were talking on the way home from the game, and I told him I'll have to find him a new team for next year, unless he wants to play in the rec league, the pony league for one more year. And I don't know if he wants to regress in I don't think they allow stealing and stuff.
That's not fun.
No. So we'll see. I signed him up for tryouts for the 3 Outs Academy in Ridgeville. That's in July. And there's still a chance he might stay with the organization we're currently in, but there were some issues that came up with it. We just found out, so it's going to be a lot of changes to it. So our team is folding, and I have a feeling a lot of the other teams are going to have a lot of changes to it. But the other 13U team might be losing some players, and there's a chance that their coach might call and want my son to play on their team. So that's his preference, but we'll see. I told him we can't bank on that because then we're stuck playing rec. Anyway, tonight is going to be a little bit of a lighter show. Jim wasn't feeling good. He had a sore throat, which, ironically, my mom was also today's her birthday, and she had to go to the doctor. She's got some kind of like an infection. She's coughing. She's got like stomach's messed up. She's got like sore throat. So they gave her like some antibiotics or something. So she's starting to take those. So she
B-dubs too?
No, she didn't have B-dubs. So Jim's not feeling good, so he's not here. He might have had B-dubs. Maybe that's what did him in too. Maybe somebody poisoned us. I don't know. Jesse's the only smart one.
I didn't go to B-Dubs this week.
Yeah, that's why. But yeah, so Jim's not here tonight, so we're gonna.
Oh, Tony home run! Sorry, I'm watching the game.
You always watch the game. Don't pay attention. Put you in timeout.
No.
Yeah. So tonight we're gonna get back to the back in the day segment. We're gonna finally do the 1990, which I remember Dustin, it was your wife who picked the year. So
Yeah.
we did that. It was like 3 weeks ago. She asked for that. It was on her birthday. We were going to do it, but then we decided we canceled that day. And then last week we had Matt Heskey on from the Cleveland's Classic Console and Gaming Show. I said it right this time. It's coming up in July as well. So we're gonna get to 1990. We'll do back to the top songs, the top movies, TV shows, some notable deaths and people that were born in 1990, and then I also have got a box score from today with the Cleveland Indians played the Baltimore Orioles, which I think would be kind of funny to see some of the players on the team.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
And then we also we got Dustin's favorite show, Firefly. We're going to chat about episode 6, entitled "Our Mrs. Reynolds," and we have some news on Xbox made a surprise announcement, or Jim and I are both kind of surprised by it. We didn't, or Microsoft made an announcement. We didn't know this was coming. So I got a couple trailers for it, and we won't spend a lot of time on that. But we'll talk about, I'll play them and we'll have some thoughts. I've got a few thoughts on it. Tonight, we also have 2 Rev food reviews. He reviewed Mr. Hero's Wings and the Chalupa from Taco Bell. And then he also, everybody's been asking the song by the Trolls. I think it seems to be our number one. It seems to be our number one song. This actually was rated the best. We got the best Boop Award there. The Trolls with "Dicks on My Truck." He's going to finally tell us the story behind the song as to what does "Dicks on My Truck" mean. So he actually sent in a video clip to explain the story, so you can finally find out what that's all about.
I'm looking forward to that. I mean, I love the song. I jammed the song.
Didn't you say your wife played it?
She had me send it to her. She played it for a bunch of her friends, and everybody loves the song.
We'll play it tonight again. As one of our break song, just because it's such a kick-ass song. But we do have a new song to debut tonight as well by the Trolls. They did release a new one. They're slowly getting new songs out. We're trying to put together the album, I guess. For there's already 15 tracks for it, so we'll see where it goes.
To make it a double album.
To make it vinyl.
Vinyl.
Yeah.
There you go.
Vinyl version here.
But screw that. Let's go double 8-track.
There you go.
That works. But before we go any go further here, Rev also sent a happy birthday video in. Says I mentioned it was my mom's birthday, so he sent this in.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Do happy birthday to Mary to you.
So, yeah, I played it. Yeah, I only saw the one.
The one that posts on your mom's page, your page for your mom's birthday. That one.
Oh well, that's not. I didn't see that one.
Oh,
She was like, what the hell's this? I told her, don't worry about it. But she said thank you anyway. She didn't know what that was going on. So anyway, well, why don't we go and just jump into what do you guys want to do? You want to get Firefly out of the way, or do you want to talk about get into the Xbox stuff first?
Let's go ahead and do Firefly.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Oh, all right. Well, let's do this.
Let's get the garbage out of the way first.
All right. Well, there's our poster, and Dustin, since you know how much you love it, we've added. You made an appearance on the poster now. So
sorry, Nathan. New heartthrob on the show.
Are you a client now? Are you one of the companions regulars?
I'm trying to be.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that too.
Oops, hold on.
I think she might be the only reason that I'm still putting up with the show.
Well,
It was a boring episode.
Yeah, this week's episode was called Our Mrs. Reynolds, and it actually was written by Joss Whedon, the creator of the show.
Yeah.
It aired on October 4th of 2002. And the basic was this is the crew of the Firefly went to a planet, and they basically got rid of some
Bad guys.
some rustlers or some bandits. They used a covered wagon, which is kind of funny. It still makes me laugh that they're like in a spaceship, but they're using covered wagons. But it's the space western. They end up basically getting rid of the bandits that were terrorizing this town, and they go back to town. They celebrate, and this whole little whatever happens. Well, they wake up the next morning, and Mal finds out that he's married. And ironically, the actress that played his wife was Christina Hendricks. She was from Mad Men. You remember her? She's got the giant. Yeah, you guys, you know who she is?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was her. She's been in a look her up. I didn't get a chance to. Well, here I can do this. I forgot I can present my screen here and share this. I didn't think about looking that up before. Like I told you, I'm tired. Here, we'll share screen. Tab. Oops. Window. Here. Share. Oops. I gotta take this down. That's her.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't realize she was. That was her. I didn't recognize her. But she played in Mad Men. If you've never watched that series. And so basically wakes up and finds out he's married. Of course, that's not what it seems. So she's basically they're working with this. I guess you could call them they're scrappers of some sort.
Yeah.
They take like ships, they capture them, and then they incinerate the crew inside, and then they either scrap the ship or they fix it up and sell it. Basically they're thieves. And so she was working with them, I guess, apparently. So she leaves, and she drugs them and then locks them out of the cockpit, so the ship's like on a course to get caught. And of course,
you're skipping past the best part of this horrible show.
Oh, I was waiting for you to fill us in on that.
Oh, what the hell is his name? Jane?
Jane, yep. The Baldwin.
Yeah, the Baldwin. Tried to trade a gun to him for the wife.
Yes.
He's like, Nathan Fillion's like, she has a name, and he's like, so does the gun. that was actually the best thing I have seen on the show so far. Period.
It was a bad episode.
Was that interaction where he was trying to trade his favorite gun for Nathan's wife?
My other monitor just went out on me. Oh, there goes my camera too. Technical difficulties.
Farting too much.
I guess I am. I'm pooping too much. God damn this thing.
Bad.
I don't know what's going on with this. I don't know what's going on with this damn computer. This our monitor of mine here. But go ahead, keep talking.
It didn't make sense.
That was the only good part of the episode.
Yeah, it was slow and didn't make much sense, and they didn't explain who those guys
are. None
of
the episodes make much sense.
I could figure most of them out. This one I couldn't. This one I was just like, what's she doing? Oh, now she's working on these people? Who are they? And then they died. I was like, okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, you find out at the end when they burst in on the what's it called? They burst in on the she's on this planet, and they burst in and they basically get their shuttle back, and I agree. This was one of the weaker episodes.
Was this the one that they actually aired first?
No.
It did that, wouldn't have lasted.
Yes, it was.
It didn't last anyways, but it would never have lasted 2 episodes of that.
Let me see. This one aired October 4th of 2002. No, the first episode was Bushwhack. That was episode 3.
Oh, that was the last episode. Okay.
Bushwhack. Episode 3 was the one they aired first, and then it went from there. This was the second episode they aired. And The one we're gonna watch next week aired on the 18th, which I think there was an episode in between, unless they skipped for a reason. No, that's the
Now,
next
are
episode.
we doing a show next week?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's 4th of July. No,
Oh,
we're not
yeah,
doing a show.
yeah.
That is true. That is true. We're not doing a show next week, unless you guys really want to. I mean, I don't really go to fireworks, but
I don't
I,
do fireworks either.
we'll talk about it and see. But next show we do. How's that? It'll be done. So our Mrs. Reynolds is probably one of the more boring ones, but there were some moments that like they used.
Don't sugarcoat it. They're all boring.
I'm not sugarcoating it. So next episode we're gonna do is called Janestown. Not Jamestown, Janestown.
I was going to say, hopefully it's like Jamestown and they all die.
No, they do not, because we're only halfway through the series. Coming up, episode 7
You're
is
really not. You're not giving me hope here.
we're halfway through the series.
The show is so bad that I literally have to like just so I can say I really don't even need to watch these to just tell you how bad they are. But because I'm such an honest person, I will watch them.
Still nice.
But I'm literally watching these things like Friday morning. They're on my second monitor while I'm working, and I'm just forcing myself to get through them. This show is horrible.
Oh,
And it sucks because I want to like it, because I like so many people that are in the cast.
right. Well,
I just can't. Like,
I'll tell you, we'll make it up to you and we'll let you pick the next series we do this for.
I could literally watch Static, and it would be better than this show.
I wouldn't go that far.
Dude, this is someone that I'm pretty sure that Joss Whedon sat there and just went, how ridiculous can I put something together and these idiots will watch?
Well, this was also 23 years ago, so he was trying to make it, make these unknown actors' careers, because at the time the cast, they were probably none of them were really well known, if at all. I think a lot of them, this was probably one of their first shows that they did, and Joss Whedon wasn't really known for
Back then he was.
back then. Does it have, where's that? Oh, it doesn't have him. Oh, you won't let me. Doesn't have a link for him. That's crazy. I'm trying to see what. I'm sure he's in here. Yeah, there he is. Because he's not much older than us. And let me see his career, early work. He worked on Roseanne and Parenthood. He worked on Buffy, Angel, and then Firefly was his first. We follow Angel with but he must have did Angel, and he must have had something to do with that, didn't he? Was he? Oh yeah, he was a showrunner for Angel. So and he that's right. He also created Buffy the Vampire Slayer. How did I forget that? So this was like his first, I don't know, different project that he did. And then he got into the Marvel.
I think he tried too hard. I don't
Well,
know what he did.
you know-
All I know is he put some stupid ass shit together.
Well, it received an Emmy shortly after its cancellation. Did you know that? Firefly.
What was Emmy?
Yeah, it was probably an award to get it off the air.
Well, it was already canceled at this point. It
I
received
know.
an Emmy shortly after,
Congratulations.
as well. It also received a number of other awards too. Does it say? Oops. Trying to see if I can.
Did it get a Woody?
No, it did not. In order to get a raspberry. Does it have the awards listed on here? Yeah. Oh no, that's the audio. Critical reception, fandom, cult status, awards. Here it is. It got an Emmy for outstanding outstanding special visual effects for a series. It got visual effects for Society, the best visual effects in a television series. It's got a Saturn Award, Sci-Fi Genre Award, and a bunch of those. So it won a ton of awards. Golden Satellite Award. It never got any bad awards here. None of the the times just Fox averaged 4.7 million viewers, and it ranked 98th in the Nielsen ratings. Yeah. So Just looking to see if there's anything else interesting that we never talked about on it. Nope, nothing new. So yeah, that's so we'll end our suffering now with Firefly. All right, let's till next week when we do Janestown, or not next week. If we do a show next week, I'm gonna lean to say no. Let's not do a show next week. But anyway, we'll discuss. All right, so why don't we take a break? Do you guys want to hear? We have the new song by the Trolls, or do you want to do the classic? Why don't we do this? Why don't we just do the Dicks on My Truck?
Okay.
And then we can come back with
the explanation.
Yes. So we will be right back. Don't we have a video of this here? Thought we had it. See, that's what happens. Here it is. All right, so we'll be right back. Sorry, it's kind of like really off. My the monitor keeps going out on me. Hope there's nothing wrong with my video card. All right, we'll be right back.
Dicks on my truck, shiny and chrome. Driving down the road, never alone. Got 'em lined up, standing tall. Dicks on my truck, I love 'em all. Dicks on my truck, catching eyes, cruising past under the skies. Dicks on my truck, making a scene, living my life wild and free. Dicks on my truck, color so bright, riding high, feeling just right. They made me smile, they made me proud. Dicks on my truck, standing out in the crowd. Dicks on my truck, catching eyes, cruising past under the skies. Dicks on my truck, making a scene, living my life wild and free. Some may question, some may stare, but I don't mind, I don't care. Dicks on my truck, my own style, keeping it real, mile after mile. Dicks on my truck, catching eyes, cruising past under the skies. Dicks on my truck, making a scene, living my life wild and free. Dicks on my truck, catching eyes, cruising past under the skies. Dicks on my truck, making a scene, living my life wild and free.
That's the jam.
Good song.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the video because here it is. All right, here's Rev explaining the song.
The story of Dicks on My Truck, the song, is about 11 years ago. I came out to my van, actually, in Elyria, Ohio, right across from SFC's house. And I found one of those devices that looks like a dick on my truck. And it was suction cupped to the hood of the van. And I had to use a shovel to get it off. I think they super glued it. And then they would always used to text me, dongs on my truck, because they did. They actually glued one on. So for years, on and off where I found where they would throw eggs or throw, who knows, body fluid onto my truck where I had to go to a pressure washer and pressure wash it. But then this man, Jake, made this song, helped produce the song. And that is what Dicks on My Truck are all about. From the Trolls from Elyria, Ohio.
And there you go.
A device.
A vibrator.
Oh, yeah, a dildo.
A dildo, yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. That's the explanation of where that came from, the Dicks on My Truck.
So someone super glued a dildo to his van.
Yep. And he had to use a shovel to get it off. My
Must
question
have been
is,
a big dick.
must have been, unless it was one if it was used.
Oh,
Is it all goopy? I don't know.
it wasn't super glue they used.
Nasty. All right. So let's just here. Let's. I'm all over the place
Want to
here.
get this Xbox thing rolling?
That's what I was just about to say. So Xbox did a couple of announcements, like trailers here. So I'm going to play them both, and then
6 foot long dildo. Wow.
Red says it was 6 foot long.
That's a big deal, though. Was it like an elephant cock? Oh, Jesus!
Wow.
Damn.
Aggressive. All right. So here's the first Xbox. They did these two. Here's the first trailer that they they aired or released this week.
At Xbox, our vision is for you to play the games you want with the people you want, anywhere you want. That's why we're investing in our next generation hardware lineup across console, handheld, PC, cloud, and accessories. I am thrilled to share we've established a strategic multi-year partnership with AMD to co-engineer silicon across a portfolio of devices, including our next generation Xbox consoles, in your living room and in your hands. Together with AMD, we are advancing the state of art in gaming silicon to deliver the next generation of graphics innovation to unlock a deeper level of visual quality and immersive gameplay and player experiences enhanced with the power of AI, all while maintaining compatibility with your existing library of Xbox games. This is all about building you a gaming platform that's always with you, so you can play the games you want across devices anywhere you want, delivering you an Xbox experience not locked to a single store or tied to one device. That's why we're working closely with the Windows team to ensure that Windows is the #1 platform for gaming. The next generation of Xbox is coming to life, and this is just the beginning. We can't wait to show you what's next.
So they announced a partnership for the sounds like they're just trying to
So, in other words, Microsoft announced a partnership with Microsoft.
pretty much with AMD. Yeah. So they made it a partnership with AMD for the processors of their new gaming system. So they didn't announce a new Xbox, like a console. Somebody I heard say that they were talking that they thought that the console was going to go away, and that they were just going to develop, which is the next here. Let's play the next thing that they announced, and I have some thoughts on this point for sure. So there you go. So Xbox is releasing the Steam Deck. 'Cause that's exactly what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
It's what do they call it? The ROG or whatever it's called, the ROG Xbox Ally or whatever. And it's coming out this holiday season. So it almost, to me, it looks like they're trying to compete with the Switch too. But the console looks exactly like the Steam Deck. Steam Deck is very similar to this, except this has, as you can see, it has the Xbox. It looks like the Xbox menu, and you could probably, it links your Game Pass to it as well. So you can play all your games, all the games on there too. They're streaming. So it's basically they're just giving you a portable Xbox. Now I'm not sure. I don't know. I guess it doesn't do anything for me.
Looks nice.
Yeah, it looks just
No,
like
it's like the only thing they did. I mean, I guess the controller aspect of it looks a little bit better than the Steam Deck to me.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't look as big as a Steam Deck. The Steam Deck looks like it's got a bigger screen.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're offering the Ally X has got 24 gigs of RAM and 1 terabyte drive, and then the Ally has 16 gigs of RAM and 512 RAM. And the difference is the Ally is white and the Ally X is black. That's the only difference between the two that I'm seeing here, other than the size of the hard drive and the memory. So they're basically competing with the Switch too, is what I look at this as.
No, I don't think that one would be competing with the Switch 2. I think it's more competing with Steam Deck.
Well, Steam Deck, yeah. Well, I've heard that Xbox or Microsoft has been in talks with Steam. I thought I read that somewhere. They were in talks with Steam about allowing you to play your Steam games on the Microsoft platform, so you would be able to play it on this new system. So it's almost like they're replacing the Steam Deck with this. I didn't get to read too much.
The Switch 2 has too many proprietary things about it that.
Well, it's Nintendo, right?
I know, so it's I just don't see it being much of a competitor. So much of that. I think you're going to get somebody who just wants the mobile ability, like the handheld ability to access their Game Pass.
Yeah, well, here's a little bit more on it. You got the inspired. You got the inspired Xbox controls here. Enjoy Xbox features like the ABXY buttons and familiar grip. You got the Xbox button, which is right there. So you can it's similar to how you do on the controller. It's a 7-inch display, 120 hertz frame, FDH display with 1080p there, and then the battery is 60 watts to 80 hours worth of play. So depending on there's a picture of the Ally. You see the difference. It's just the color. Some of the storage, some of the specs on it. It really, I don't know. Buy one's play no. So it's pretty much allowing you to just take like you said, take your Xbox gaming on the go. It doesn't do anything for me. Maybe that's because I've always been more of a PlayStation person. I don't know.
I can see it having the similar success to what Sony had with their handheld. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure some people will buy it, but I don't. I mean, it's not going to have like Switch type success.
Oh no. Well, as you said, it doesn't have the proprietary or the exclusive games. Although this might cause Microsoft to get some exclusive titles, where then it might be. I don't know. I just hope that Sony doesn't try to combat this and just come up with rush one of theirs out too. But
no, I think Sony learned their lesson with the last one.
I hope so, because it really didn't do anything for me either. All right. So here, let's before we get into the back in the day segment, we will Reb's got a couple of food reviews here. We're gonna play both of them here. So here's the first one when he did Mr. Hero.
Zero Views Productions, Mr. Hero's Wings. They're like, look at that. They're like chunks. They're just like, you can cook them in the microwave. 0.2. Terrible.
He was
They
angry.
didn't even get a one sniff, one poo.
Nope.
Oh, Rev. So 0.2 for Mr.
No
Heroes.
poo.
No, that didn't look good at all.
No,
it
it did not.
looked awful. Now here's his Taco Bell's chalupa review. You'll get your sniff and your poo in this one.
All folks here for one smell, one poo, and the ultimate Chipotle or Taco Bell. It's called I don't want to call it chalupa. Chalupa. You know, it's got cheese and chicken and all the toppings here, folks. One smell, not bad. One poo. It's Taco Bell. Yeah. It'll be a poo for moo. I'll give it a poo review of a 5.5. Have a great day.
There you go. You got your one smell, one poo.
That was great.
All right, thanks, Rev, for those two. So we need some more from you. We only had 2 this week. In the past, sometimes he's given us 4. So if you have any suggestions for him, let him know. All right.
Just keep them coming. Those are great.
Oh, yeah.
So we do have, before we get into the meat of the last segment of the show, we're just kind of cruising along here. We do have a new song to debut tonight by the Trolls. I'm trying to get to it here. Here it is. So as you know, Rev has been doing DoorDash. So they decided to write a song about Revs and his DoorDashing. So here's the Trolls with their new single called DoorDash. We'll be back in a couple minutes after it plays.
I'm on DoorDash, got a new gig today. Rushing to meet the deadline, just another day. Old car won't start, but I still gotta go. Trolls behind me, honking and slow. DoorDash blues, I make a pittance. Fast food rush, but my car's a mistake. Rusty old ride never gets a break. DoorDash blues, ain't no time to take. Wish I had a newer, faster car to deliver food without a scar, but the pay's so low I can't afford one. DoorDash blues, they keep me down. Got a stack of orders, gotta hustle hard, but the tips are small and the hours are hard. Wishing for a better chance, a better life, but DoorDash blues, they keep me in strife. DoorDash blues, I make a pittance. Fast food rush, but my car's a mistake. Rusty old ride never gets a break. DoorDash blues, ain't no time to take. DoorDash blues, I make a pittance. Fast food rush, but my car's a mistake. Rusty old ride never gets a break. DoorDash blues, ain't no time to take.
And there you go. The Trolls with DoorDash. You have to unmute yourself, Jesse.
That was
Sorry.
a good one.
There you go.
Good song.
That was a good one.
I liked it.
Still no dicks on my truck.
Nope.
No, that is a steep mountain to climb.
Yep.
I think we should challenge them to try to
one up dicks on my truck.
Yeah.
Add the fact of the 6-foot dick on my truck.
A 6-foot dick. I don't know if I can.
6-foot dick on my truck.
That's a big dick.
That's a big dick.
All right. So
I
I did.
Dicks on my truck remix.
That could happen.
Yeah.
Could happen. Again, I did put this graphic up. So just a reminder. Last week we had Matt Teskey on from the ccagshow.com, the Cleveland's Classic Console and Gaming Show, July 19th at the Soccer Sportsplex in North Olmsted, Ohio. Highly recommend going to that. We talked about it last week, so I figure it was, just about a month, about 4 weeks away. We'll be there. All right, so now we're gonna kick it off or go to the final segment. We're gonna go into our back in the day segment. So we chose the year 1990, or I should say, Dustin's wife chose it for us because that was the year she was born, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it makes me feel old. I was 15 when she was born. So if you're new and you're not new to this segment, we pick a year and we go back to around the week of the day the show's on. So June 27th, 1990 is when we kind of base the Billboard top 40 we used to do, and the domestic or the movies from that time too. And I stopped sharing my screen. Darn it. I was going to do that. Oops. Where did I go here? Present. Share screen. There we go. I'm really out of it today. Damn. All right. So we're going to start with the, if you can see that, the movies from the week of June 22nd to 28th of 1990. The number one movie was Dick Tracy. Remember that was with Tommy Lee Jones?
I think no. It was, what's this guy's name?
Oh no, it wasn't Tommy Lee Jones.
Some old time actor. Warren Beatty.
Warren Beatty. Yeah, thank you. That movie took in $23 million that week. That was the second week it was on the top of the chart. The number two movie was a brand new movie that debuted. It was RoboCop 2. Took in $19.3 million. That was an awful movie. Total Recall was at number 3, $12.4 million this weekend. It was the 4 weeks. It was the fourth week it was out. Another 48 Hours came in fourth. That dropped 2 spots. That was a sequel to 48 Hours with Eddie. That was Eddie Murphy, wasn't it?
Nick Nolte, Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. A lot of sequels. Gremlins 2, the new batch was also on the list. 10.4 million. Second week it was out. Came in fifth. Betsy's Wedding. I don't know what that is. It's a Walt Disney movie. Came out. That was the first week for it. 6.8 million. Back to the Future Part 3, another sequel. Came in at
that was a better space western than Firefly.
Bite your tongue. Took in 5.7 million. This was the fifth week it was out. There, Pretty Woman was out for the 14th straight week. It was 5.1 million at number 8 this week. That one took 145 million total. At that point, Bird on a Wire. Number 9, 3.7 million. The Adventures of Milo and Otis, the re-release, 2.3 million was number 10. Number 11 was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It had been out for 13 weeks at this point. 1.2 million. And then you had Cadillac Band at number 12 and May Fools at number 13, a whopping $34,000 for that movie. It was this was a bad time for movies. I can't really say any of these were really that good. Pretty Woman was good.
Pretty Woman was decent.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was just a classic 80s style movie. And the rest of them, Back to the Future Part 3 was probably the only other one that I could say was decent. Total Recall was okay.
Total Recall wasn't bad.
I like that.
The other ones, yeah. Dick Tracy, I've watched it. I saw Dick Tracy. It was all right.
But no one cared about Dick Tracy at the time. That's what was weird about it. No one asked for it. No one wanted it. They just made it.
I know, but it's 2 weeks. It took in 58 million over 2 weeks. So I guess it's you can see why it's going up against RoboCop 2 and Betsy's Wedding and Cadillac. Man, I don't know. What if they put dicks on the Cadillac? All right. So now we'll just stick with it. Go with TV shows. I just scrolled back here to the Monday of the week because you could see what was on back then. You had MacGyver,
Good show.
Major Dad, Sidney Murphy Brown, Designing Women, Newhart, Dave Thomas Comedy Show, Wendy's founder,
No, no.
21 Jump Street, Alien Nation,
I remember that.
and then Quantum Leap with Scott
Good
Bakula
show. Yep, good show.
was on there. They had the All-Star Pro Sports Awards. Oh, good Lord. I remember those. You had some other ones. You had Perfect Strangers. You had All My Children. Why was Perfect Strangers on in the middle of the day?
Was great.
I know, standing
It was a
tall.
great show. Why was it on in the middle of the day?
I don't know. Some shows airing outside of 227.
I remember that show.
Me too. Santa Barbara, Another World, Golden Girls.
Great show.
Another World.
I used to watch
was a
that.
good one.
Yeah, my mom and grandma used to watch that, and I used to watch it when I came home from school.
General Hospital, Bold and Beautiful, As the World Turns. God, there's a lot of these on here.
All the soap operas.
Of course, there's The Price is Right.
Still on.
Yes, it is. Tuesdays, you had The Wonder Years, Roseanne, Coach, 30-something, Rescue 911, Matlock, The Heat of the Night, and Quantum Leap. Quantum Leap was on again. It's pretty interesting there. On Wednesdays, you had Growing Pains, Head of the Class, Doogie Howser, MD, Brewster's Place, and Equal Justice, all on ABC. Had a good round.
Brewster's Place. What was that?
This is America, Charlie Brown.
Yeah. The NASA space station repeats a repeat. Normal Life, Jake and the Fat Man.
I remember that.
I do too. Unsolved Mysteries, the NBA Draft. Look at that, 1990. Who was the number one overall pick in 1990?
Couldn't tell you.
Look it up for me. Night Court, Singer and Sons. What the hell is that? And Quantum Leap again. Well, they love their Quantum Leap repeats. Let's see. On Wednesdays, that was Wednesday. Thursday nights, you had Busted Pilot. What was that? Young Riders. 48 Hours, Wise Guy, Wolf. Cosby Show, Different World, Cheers, FM, and Quantum
Derek Coleman.
Chipper Jones.
Right? Chipper Jones didn't play basketball.
You said baseball.
I said basketball.
Oh,
Basketball.
I'm sorry. Sorry. I thought you
Derek
was
Coleman,
baseball.
New Jersey Nets drafted Derek Coleman.
Number one overall. Who'd the Cavs pick?
Oh, let's see here. I don't know. Maybe like this year they didn't have a first round pick.
Oh, maybe not. That doesn't matter. I was just curious. Maybe that was a Danny Ferry.
Cavaliers at number 52 in the second round.
They didn't have
Out
a
of Italy, Stefano Rusconi.
He was a stud. All right. Friday nights. Here we go. TGIF. Full House. Family Matters. Perfect Strangers. Just the 10 of us.
Oh, I love that show.
Baywatch. Hardball. Quantum Leap again. NBC had a hard on for Quantum Leap. They played it every night that week.
Reruns. That's why.
Oh, I know. This is summertime.
They're just so-
And then Saturdays, there's your Super Jeopardy, Monopoly, Kojak.
Kojak. Really?
Yeah. Nothing in Cops. Tracy Ullman Show. 227. Amen. Oh, my God.
Good show.
Empty Nest.
Good. Decent show. Didn't last long.
No, it didn't. I'm going to shut this off. Just easier for me to look through it here. All right. So that's what was on TV. So now let's take a look at the music from there. And so I'm only going to do the top 40. I'm not going to get, there's 100 songs in here. At number 40 was Hanky Panky by Madonna. Turtle Power by Partners in Crime. I wonder if that's from the movie. Probably.
Unlikely.
Kiss This Thing Goodbye by Del Amitri.
Wow.
38. Number 37 was Don't Go Away Mad, Just Go Away by Motley Crue. Love Is by Alana Miles at 36. Nothing Compares You by Sinead O'Connor. Make You Sweat by Keith Sweat was number 34. Number 33 was The Ballad of Jane by LA Guns. Number 32 was Bad of the Heart by George Lamond. Number 31 was King of Wishful Thinking by Go West. Number 30 was Club at the End of the Street by Elton John. 29, All Right by Janet Jackson. Number 28 was Up All Night by Slaughter. You Can't Deny It by Lisa Stansfield. Number 27, there's a name I haven't heard in a while. Setting All My Love by Linear by was number 26. Vision of Love by Mariah Carey at 25. Menta Rosa by Mellow Man Ace. I know Jesse had all his albums.
Mm-hmm.
At 24. Nikki, Notice Me by Nikki was number 23. When I'm Back on My Feet Again by Michael Bolton was number 22. So do you celebrate his entire catalog? I know I do.
I do. Go to bed with his music.
All I Want to Do is Make Love to You by Heart at number 21. Sitting on the Lap of Luxury by Louie Louie at number 20. Number 19 was The Humpty Dance by Digital Underground.
Hell yeah.
Jude Cole with Baby It's Tonight is number 18. Number 17 was Girls Night Out by Tyler Collins. Number 16 was The Power by Snap. I got the power. Number 15 was Children of the Night by Richard Marx. Number 14 was Vogue by Madonna. Number 13 was Enjoy the Silence by Depeche Mode. Number 12, You Can't Touch This by MC Hammer. Dustin, I know you love this next song. Number 11 was Rub You the Right Way by Johnny Gill.
Oh, hell yes.
Love me some Johnny Gill. New edition. Number 10 was Cradle of Love by Billy Idol. That movie, The Ford Fairlane, that's where that came from. They were in the top 10. Number 9 was She Ain't Worth It by Glenn Medroyce family featuring Glenn Medroyce featuring Bobby Brown. Number 8 was I'll Be Your Shelter by Taylor Dane. Number 7, Ready or Not by After 7. Number 6, Hold On by In Vogue. All right, now we get to the top 5. Number 5 was Hold On by Wilson Phillips.
That's my jam.
Hold on for one more day.
Someday somebody's gonna make you want to turn around and say goodbye.
Say goodbye.
Tell them, baby, are you gonna let them hold you down and make you cry?
Don't you know? Don't you know? Change.
Things are going
Go
your way.
way.
If you
Hold on
for one more day, yeah.
Number 4 was Do You Remember by Phil Collins. Now, number 3, we got some more. Belle Biv DeVoe with Poison. Number 3.
The time was 6 o'clock on the swatch. Watch. No
Hey.
time to go out at 8. Can't
Hey.
be late. Hey.
That's Do Me.
I don't care. It's still a better song.
Absolutely. Number 2 is It Must Have Been Love, but It's Over
It's
Now.
over now.
By Roxette.
That's right.
And the number 1 song this week in 1990, Step by Step.
Ooh, baby.
Baby, gonna get
Gotta
you
get to you, girl.
by New Kids on the Block.
Oh, dear God.
Look, I was
Some
looking.
MTV for me, baby.
That's right. I'm gonna see if there's any other like songs that are honorable mentions. I'm just looking to see if any catch my eye here. Let's see, you got some Tony, but the Blues, they were in that list in the top 100. Salt and Pepper with Expression. I Want to Be Rich by Calloway.
I wanna be rich.
Let's see, Faster Pussycat with House of Pain. Oh, number 65, Jerk Out by The Time.
Yes.
MC Hammer with
And motherfucking time.
MC Hammer had Have You Seen Her? Let's see any other good ones here. Epic Faith No More broke on this top, number 69 with Epic. They were
I
ahead
was
of
gonna
it.
say, I think you might see because 90 was the start of grunge, so
Yeah.
you kind of might start to see some of those.
Faith No More was a little ahead of their time. I think they've waited about a
Faith
year or
No
two.
More was definitely ahead of their time.
Wilson Phillips with Release Me. There's another Sinead O'Connor with The Emperor's New Clothes. Don Henley with Heart of the Mother. Oh, Damn Yankees, Coming of Age. Do Me by Belle Biv DeVoe was number 92. Should have been higher.
Can't trust a big butt and a smile.
Hey. Michael Bolton had How Can We Be Lovers? It was number 99. The
The
Deadbeat
best
Club.
Michael Bolton song ever is Jack Sparrow.
Yes. Michael Bolton. The Brat Pack. I'm Never Going to Give You Up was on that. I didn't realize that was a song. All right. So that's the That's the Billboard Hot 100. All right. So back in 1990, on this day, the Cleveland Indians were in Baltimore at Memorial Stadium taking on the Baltimore Orioles.
Working.
Yes, he was in that game, and he went 1 for 5 with a strikeout. The starting pitchers that day for the Indians was Bud Black against John Mitchell from the Orioles. The starting lineup for your Cleveland Indians had Jerry the Governor Brown leading off.
Remember him?
Mitch Webster.
Remember him?
Candy Maldonado in left.
Of course.
Chris James was your DH. This was after the Joe Carter trade.
Yep.
Ken Phelps was your first baseman.
I forgot we had him.
Brooke Jacoby was at third. Corey Schneider was in right.
Wonder Boy.
Sandy Alomar was your catcher batting eighth, and Felix Fermin was your your shortstop. And Carlos Baerga got into the game as a pinch hitter. The game would go 10 innings, and your Indians would lose 6-3 on a 3-run home run in the bottom of the 10th inning off of Sergio Valdez by who hit that home run? It was Chris Hoyles hit the home run off of Sergio Valdez. He was DHing that day. Now for the Orioles, their lineup, you had Donnell Nixon leading off, Mike Devereaux, Tim Hewlett, Randy Milligan, Cal Ripken Jr., Bob Melvin was the catcher.
Oh, wow.
Craig Worthington, Brad Cummins, there's a former Indian, and Chris Hoyles was the DH. Now, and the other guys that got in the game for them were Steve Finley, Mickey Tettleton, Rene Gonzalez. I think he also was an Indian.
He was, yes.
And Joe Orsulak. And Mark Williamson pitched, and so did Greg Olson. He got the win in relief. He was
Greg Olson.
He was their closer, if I remember correctly. He also pitched for the Indians in 1995.
I forgot about that, yeah.
It wasn't very much.
No, he wasn't very good at that time.
No, he was washed up by that. And the other Indians pitcher in that day was Rudy Cianez.
Seriously?
Yep, him? He pitched in relief of Bud Black. He was he ended up getting this was his second year. This is actually his first a big time in the majors there. So the Indians fell to 34-36, kind of close to what they're going to fall to 40-40 after they're getting their asses beat by now they're playing the Cardinals.
Cardinals, that's what I meant.
They have one hit. The Orioles improved to 32-40. And in front of 29,310 people at Memorial Stadium, 3 hours and 6 minutes. Can you tell me who the manager of the Baltimore Orioles were that year? I'll give you a hint. He also managed the Indians at one point.
Doc Edwards?
No.
Okay, let's see.
Frank Robinson.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know he was coaching back in the 90s.
Yeah, can you tell me who the manager of the Indians was in 1990?
Oh, what's his name? Wasn't Mike Hargrove, was right before him. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Pat Corral?
John McNamara.
Oh, Johnny Mac. Yeah, he retired.
Fired. No, he didn't retire. He got fired in the 91 season and was replaced with
Mike Hargrove.
Yeah. Now, can you tell me who the general manager of the Indians was back then?
John Hart.
Nope.
Hank Peters.
Henry Peters. They call him here, but Hank Peters, yes.
Yeah. He's an architect. He sent us a letter back when they were building the new stadium and everything. Yep. He sent a letter out to everybody.
John Hart was promoted in September of 91 to be the general manager the following year there, too.
Yeah.
1990 Indians. I'm bringing up their roster now, just kind of curious. You know who else we had at first base that year?
Not Paul Trento.
He didn't play much. Is he a Hall of Famer? He is not a Hall of Famer, but he played for
Tommy?
He played for the Mets and the Cardinals before he came to Cleveland.
Keith Hernandez.
Hated
that signing. He had a hamstring injury, missed the season almost.
He played in 43 games. He had 200 with a home run.
Yeah, he was horrible.
You want to hear some other names, great names on this list of players we had? I listed off the starters already.
Okay.
You had Baerga, of course. Deion James.
Remember him.
Alex Cole.
Of course.
Tom Brookins.
Remember him. Utility man.
Joel Skinner.
Yeah.
Stan Jefferson.
Remember him.
Jeff Manto.
Oh, he's still around. He's a hitting coach somewhere.
Turner Ward.
He's a hitting coach too.
Albert Bell. I think he was Joey back then. Bo Aldred. Rafael Santana. Steve Springer and Mark McLemore.
Hard hitting Mark McLemore.
No, Mark Whitten. That's Mark.
No,
Mack.
that's Mark Whitner. Yeah, sorry.
Our pitching staff: Greg Swindell, Tom Candiotti, Bud Black, Sergio Valdez, John Farrell, and Mike Walker. The closer was Doug Jones. You had Steve Olin before he died 2 years later.
Yep.
Jesse Orozco, Cecilio Galante, who's mentioned Rudy Cianez. You also had Jeff Shaw, a young, a 23-year-old Charlie Nagy, Colby Ward, Al Nipper, Efren Valdez, Rod Nichols, Jeff Kaiser, Kevin Wickander, Kevin Bierce, and Mauro Gazzo.
I'm watching Felix Vermeen's son catching for the Royals right now.
Is that really his son?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It is his son. I looked him up when he first came up.
Are you sure about that?
I'm 100% sure about that.
I'm looking at Felix Vermeen's baseball reference page. Usually it tells you that. It doesn't list him as the father of what's his name for the Royals. What the fuck is
Freddie Vermeen is yeah.
I'm just saying I'm surprised.
It doesn't. Andy Vermeen and Freddie Vermeen.
It's Freddie Vermeen.
Yeah.
Doesn't say that he's the son of Felix Vermeen.
I'm looking up too.
I don't think that's because they usually will have that listed on here. Felix, yeah, he is not the son of him. They would have had that listed here.
I'm looking. I swear it was him.
They have the same name.
I looked it up one time. I swear I thought that's. I mean, I believe you.
Felix Vermeen. Actually, it isn't because Felix Vermeen is Dominican, and Freddie Vermeen is Venezuelan. So no, they are not related. They just have the same last name. But all right,
that is his son. That's saying it's not. I don't know. I'm just on where it was his son, so I don't know what to believe.
That's right. You're fake news.
I'm fake news.
You are fake news. All right. So the final thing tonight: some notable deaths in 1990. You had Jim Henson died.
Oh yeah.
He died in May of 1990. Ava Gardner. She was a famous actress. Alan Hale Jr., who was the skipper on Gilligan's Island. Sammy Davis Jr., part of the Rat Pack. Stevie Ray Vaughan. He died in 1990. Let's see. You had Keith Haring. He was a pop artist. Let's see. Anybody else worth talking about here? Rex Harrison. He was
decapitated. What name was the guy?
Who?
Rex Harrison is the actor from. He was decapitated on set. Or was that someone else?
He died at 82 years old.
No, not him.
I don't think it was him. He was in Cleopatra and My Fair Lady back in the 60s. And
I see.
Dr. Dolittle.
Yeah. I'm thinking someone different.
So people who were born in 1990, Emma Watson, Margot Robbie, Soulja Boy. Let's see. Jennifer Lawrence, Kristen Stewart. Who?
Beth Shepard.
Oh, Beth Shepard.
Yeah, that's a notable one.
That's a very notable.
Yeah.
JoJo, Bill Skarsgård, Britt Robertson. Let's see, Liam Hemsworth. I think that's pretty much it. There's nobody's more famous than Beth Shepard.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Like I said, it's going to be a quick night, short night tonight. Yeah, it's just been one of those weeks. So sorry if it was not our normal. We weren't up to our normal standards, everybody. I'm gonna say no show next week since it's the 4th of July. We'll take the week off, but we'll be back. We got to pick a year for the week we come back on the 11th.
Rev's still listening. Rev, pick a year.
Why don't we do something a decade we haven't done? Why don't we do 2000 and did we do 2000? No. Let's do 2005.
2005, okay.
2005.
That good with you?
Works for me.
All right. We haven't done 2000s yet, so we'll do 20 years ago, 2005, and January 11th, 2005. So
January 11th.
January 11th.
Did I say January? July 11th.
July 11th. Yeah.
I'm sorry, July 11th. Yeah. See, I'm tired. I need to go to bed. All right, guys. We will be back in 2 weeks with 2005 and whatever else happens between then and now. I'm sure we'll have some stories. And I promise I'll be more awake then. So,
Yeah, me too.
yeah.
In the meantime, watch out for dicks on truck.
And watch out for eating some D-dubs. Give you some mum butt.
No scripts required to lie. No scripts required. Let's take this ride. Energy's high, but feeling inspired. Rocking the show, let's set the fire. No scripts required, just let it flow. Feel the music deep in your soul. No rules, no limits, we're breaking free. This is where we're meant to be. Guitars screaming, drums beating loud. No scripts required, we're breaking through the crowd. Sing it out, let your voice be heard. This is our moment, let's own every word. No scripts required, just let it flow. Feel the music deep in your soul. No rules, no limits, we're breaking free. This is where we're meant to be. Let the music guide us, let it lead the way. No scripts required, we're here to stay. Let's rock the stage, let's own the night. No holding back.